Hello, good morning. Today is July 5th, and I would like to talk about or discuss workplace harassment or even federal harassment or sure topic. What I've been experiencing in my local area. There's a feeling of intruder on my device, and including there's a new way to eavesdrop or the feeling to amplify or the feeling there is a use of neuro remote monitoring I'm experiencing. The feeling of there's a group of intruders or a new way to gang stomp, or I wouldn't say new, but the thing is, it's probably old that is transitioning to new ways to improvise a better style. But the thing is, yeah, I am experiencing the feeling of this neural remote monitoring is being used for like cyber pimps, or the feeling there's government manipulation or the feeling puppetry within the government of the United States, and the feeling to have a control over others, but the even attempts of lie as if there's schizophrenia, but there's no signs of actual schizophrenia if you know mindful of critiquing, or even find a better mentor that helps. But sometimes that doesn't really happen. Just having friendship is just good enough. The thing is, I'm missing out on it right now, and I'm getting the feeling that the feeling of neural remote monitoring is actually causing a feeling of actually being straightforward about things with me, because the feeling I'm actually experiencing it, but there's some kind of cyber pimp or a group of officers involved. Um, if there is ways to identify a father of mine, um, because I don't actually have father issues, but the thing is, I kind of think that there is intruder, but the thing is, there's obviously some type of safety, and the intruder is also making me risk some kind of dementia. So it can make me just feel a little bit off a little bit. Um, it's making it difficult to actually focus, because if I have an intruder and there's new ways to eavesdrop through smart city, because now there's sensors right through smart city. Um, there's capable of new sensors or are actually surveilling, or there's new ways to have mass surveillance, but now there's ways to even the feeling that there's neural remote monitoring or even facial recognition, and that there's ways to target an individual or group through actual electronics. It is not necessarily so. You know, the reason why I'm getting it, it's been a very long time. The thing is, there's lots of lies in America, to the point where, yeah. So the reason why I say that there's lots of lies, it's pretty damn obvious that the use of neural monitoring can be misused for cyber pimps, to, or even there's some kind of discrimination involved that is the feeling of risk of safety, or even to dementia, or even it's not necessarily, it's kind of to attempt to recover from any kind of mental illness, but the thing is not it's not a schizophrenia. It's kind of more close to tormenting or can risk to dementia. But the thing is, when it's a bit too repetitive, and experiencing at this very moment, and I'm trying. I don't mind others or groups visiting Sacramento area or Elk Grove area, but you get the idea that there's when things are a bit dysfunctional, it's a safety scenario because then that means that one can't. There's groups that can't respect one another. So if you can't respect one another, then there's kind of a safety protocol because then there's over time things just don't really boil over. But some people are I have actually a mindset just to get over things. I just kind of don't really fixated on having the same mindset of someone that's hot-headed. It just I don't want to compare myself to someone that's over dramatic. So I don't mind comparing myself to someone that strong-minded or this gets over it, or at least tries to get over it, or at least what's the mindset to make you think that you can actually get over it, not to be weak-minded. I kind of think people that are dramatic are a little more weak-minded, that they don't able to control their self, or at least to attempt to critique or even to make apology when if there's an error. But yeah, I am solo for a while, and I'm experiencing this feeling of neural remote monitoring over a cyber pimp or cyber um, risking safety or creating things that would create a feeling of dysfunctional in my community. And it's a feeling of feeling discrimination, or at least to identify why there's a discrimination to a Sheldon Mayton. But the thing is, it's a feeling of workplace harassment or even um, federal harassment. The feeling that just explain yourself. What's the meaning? And then you get the idea. Is there anything that, you know, I'm getting to the point where at least to notice what I'm trying to say. If someone knows there's some type of federal harassment or some type of bombardment against a Sheldon or myself, because it's or if there's a feeling of some kind of electronic broadcasting through multiple public and private, or even the feeling there's a hacker intruding through the electronic spectrum, or even a voice clone. So it's the feeling of a cyber war, so it's a security breach, or it's not me committing, that someone else is kind of um, involved in a cyber war and or cyber terrorism. The feeling that there's a government mole using a smart city technology, and it can be misused or even attempt to use puppetry over the families of veterans, or even because I'm a son of a veteran. You think some families might be entitled to actually a stronger education, or at least why you're left out. So it's something else. So speak up.